Well, as the weather is starting to get a little cooler outside, we're going to encourage you to maybe head inside for an upcoming project that's happening with the Greeley Museums. And here to tell us more about it is a very special guest today. We have Mrs. Potts. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, as I mentioned, there are lots of exciting things that are coming and upcoming for the Greeley Museums. Can you give us an idea of some of those things that are coming up that we can look forward to?
Sure. We have a new Storytime program that'll be starting November the 6th from 10 to 12 or 10 to 11. And we also have our upcoming holiday open house. And our last First Friday presentation of the year is November the 7th.
Very good. You did good on those days.
Thank you.
Well, let's go back to the story time. I know that's something that's kind of new, and it is a little bit of an explanation of Mrs. Potts. Can you give us some more details about story time?
Sure. Story time is actually oral storytelling to children or young adults, whoever wants to come. And it's not reading a book. It's not presenting any pictures. It's allowing whoever's listening to the story co-create that story in their imaginations.
That's very different and unique, which is, you know, one of the things that is great about the museum. You can always learn something new, and having that oral history is a new way of doing that for some people, maybe not for all. You mentioned about age groups that kind of can go either way on that.
It sure can. I mean, the youngest children who can just listen to the sound of a voice, which is very soothing for them. And older students actually engage, pay attention, and help co-create that story.
All right. Is there a cost that is involved?
There's not. It's free, but we will accept donations.
Okay. So I bring my kiddos or myself to listen to the oral history. Looking forward to that, by the way. Can I go ahead and visit the rest of the museum while I'm here?
Sure. You can step right over and pay that admission, and you're welcome to view the rest of the museum.
All right. And there's lots to see. Of course, we're in the main gallery today, which is awesome, and there's so much to look at, but hopefully folks will hang out after hanging out with Mrs. Potts. The other thing that you mentioned was the final First Friday event.
Yes, doors will open at 5:30, and author William Reich will be presenting his information on the early Colorado industries, and he will have his book and will be signing books after the program.
Well, that sounds really good. And is that here at the Greeley History Museum?
That is here, yes,
okay, so,
in the community room.
Okay, so here, 5:30, and is there a cost for that?
No, it's free.
Okay, and that's part of that First Friday events that happen downtown, and I'm so glad that the Greeley History Museum is a part of that and having those activities so people can take part. And then another thing that's going to be happening is the Holiday Open House.
Yes, the Holiday Open House is November 29th from 10 to 5, and we will be having lots of events going on inside the museum. There'll be a children's craft area. There'll be lots of presentations, some snacks. Some of it we'll pull from our archives, some of our holiday-themed artifacts to look at, so there'll just be a lot going on that day.
Now, in conjunction with that, with a lot that's happening, and that's a busy day for everyone in downtown, there's also the Selma's Store Holiday Sale, and we want to make sure folks know there's something a little different with that this year.
Yes, Selma's Store sale is moving to the downtown location.
Okay, so normally it would have been at Centennial Village Museum, but this time folks will want to head downtown to the Greeley History Museum.
Yes, it's just much more convenient. We don't have to worry about snow piling up, and so it'll be down here from November 29th through December 20th.
So it kicks off the same time as the Holiday Open House?
The same day. You can hit both at the same time.
Well, that's great. Well, that is a lot of stuff that we covered. Obviously, folks are going to want to know more. Is there a website, phone number that they can call?
GreeleyMuseums.org.
That makes it very simple. Very easy. But so GreeleyMuseums.com, right? Yep. The .org.com, it gets everyone, but that's okay. They will find you. I know they'll find the Greeley History Museum, and hopefully lots of kiddos come out for Mrs. Potts.
Hope so. Looking forward to it.
All right, so make sure that you put that on your calendar, and we hope to see everyone down here at the Greeley History Museum. Thank you again, Mrs. Potts.
Thank you.
And in conjunction with all of those, there's lots of things that are happening on that November 29th date. We have the 9th Annual Historic Skate in downtown. There's also the Downtown Open House event. All of the businesses downtown will be greeting folks for the holidays. You can also, as we mentioned before, check out the Holiday Heritage Open House here at the Greeley History Museum, as well as the Festival of Trees kickoff at the Union Colony Civic Center. So make sure you check out those websites, and we hope to see you soon for the holidays.